Junior Caminero, Ryan Valade, and Ben Williamson hit sixth in front of Chandler Simpson, Nick Fortes, and Taylor Walls.
Well, our Suncoast Credit Union starting pitcher tonight for the Los Angeles Dodgers is going to be left-hander Justin Robleski. 12 starts this season, or 12 games, 11 starts. He's 7-2 with a 2.95 earned run average. Outstanding whip, you can see right there, just over 1.05. Has allowed the 6 home runs. Not a big strikeout, guys. You can see 45 strikeouts in his 73 and a third innings.
Yandy Diaz will take a look at the first pitch, and that's a fastball in there for a strike at 97 to start things here tonight.
And how about the fact that that fastball averages 94? He throws it more than 50% of the time.
It's a hot shot, one hopper handled by Freeland, a second baseman, and Yandy is the first out on the second pitch of the game.
Well, let's take a look at that Dodger defense and see how it's going to line up in the outfield left to right. We've got Ryan Ward, Andy Pages, and Kyle Tucker. Infield third to first, Max Muncy, Mookie Betts, Alex Freeland, and Freddie Freeman. Chucky Robinson getting the call behind the plate. There's some gold out there, Dwayne. Very good defensive team.
And the first pitch to Austin Slater is a strike. Well, if you're going to be world champs, you got to catch the ball, and boy, do they. As well as hit it and pitch it and everything else you can think of.
And they do a lot of that very well as well.
2 strikes the count now on Slater. Well, there's the result.
There you go. Back to back.
He's facing this lefty, 25 years old, out of Oklahoma State. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul right at the feet of Robinson. Rays on this 6-game trip. Dropped 2 of 3 to the Angels. Lost a 4-3 decision to open this series with the Dodgers. And that's out number 2. Slater down on strikes.
And another 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Again, we came in, the average is at 94. He is reaching back and feeling it here tonight. That was right down the middle of the plate. About thigh high, center cut.
Jonathan Aranda takes the ball.
I had a center cut bone-in fillet last night for dinner.
Yep. It's pretty good too. Huh? 2-0. Two and one.
Always strange when you're in the city with the team, but we're not working, and you're watching the game from afar.
It is different.
It is.
Two and two.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Robleski is bringing it here tonight. And like we talked coming in, you know, 45 strikeouts in 73 and the third innings before this ball game. So not a huge strikeout guy. Didn't get a lot of swing and miss, but he is zipping that heater here tonight.
And he fires it by Aranda. 2 strikeouts in the inning. And when we come back, the first matchup, Drew Rasmussen and Shohei Ohtani. Tonight's lineup brought to you by Orlando Health. Shohei Ohtani leads it off. Pages and Freeman, Mookie Betts, then Muncy and Tucker. Ward, the 7th place hitter. Freeland, the 2nd baseman, 8th. Chucky Robinson, the catcher, bats 9th. And the matchup, Drew Rasmussen against Shohei Ohtani here. Ohtani, the DH in the lineup for the Dodgers tonight. First pitch, and that's a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Our Suncoast Credit Union starting pitcher here for the Rays going to be right-hander Drew Rasmussen, making his 14th start this season. 271 on the earned run average. That whip, a sterling .88. And like we talked about coming off of 2 starts back-to-back where he has gone 7 innings, shutout baseball, given up 3 total hits. It's an .068 average against over his last 2 starts.
And a wave and miss. And the other side of that, to continue that string of accolades, 22 strikeouts and only 1 walk.
I mean, he's been sensational. You can't think of anybody that's thrown the ball better their last couple of starts. You know, and remember, last year he was kind of limited in his innings. Averaged about 5 innings a start, went 6 innings a handful of times, but he's gone 7 innings in 3 of his last 4 starts, including, obviously, those are the lines of the last 2.
2-1 is fouled back. 2-2. 97 on that one. Foul ball, and you could tell here we are 5 pitches in, and it's already a battle. That something extra on that last pitch at 98, the reading.
Yeah, I mean, that's right up there with the hardest pitches that he's thrown this year, no question.
And a cut and miss. He strikes him out.
Uses that cutter in that instance like a slider. Watch the depth that he gets on this pitch. Get it out in front, and look at that thing take off down and in. And Ohtani trying to manipulate that swing, trying to get down there and at least foul it off, and was just not able to do it.
Andy Pages starts the night at 269.
I think that what I love about Drew Rasmussen, number one, he's a perfectionist. He's talking about there are things that he could clean up. We're looking at each other. What? Because you gave up 3 hits in your last 2 starts?
Yep.
But outside of that, the simplicity of his mechanics.
Yep.
He is just as simple as they get. That's a repeatable delivery that makes pitching coaches very, very happy.
Oh, you saw that smile on his face, and for good reason. Kyle Snyder enjoys it when Rasmussen is doing what he has been doing the last few times out. Here's a liner, going to be a base hit. And to left. Valade makes the pickup out there. A 1-out single.
Let's take a quick look at that Rays defense, and joining Ryan Valade in that outfield is going to be Chandler Simpson and Austin Slater. Infield third to first, Junior Caminero, Taylor Walls, Ben Williamson, and Jonathan Aranda, with Nick Fortes getting the call behind the plate.
So Pages aboard. Freddie Freeman in the batter's box. Upstairs, 2-0. Freeman with the 11 runs batted in his last 15 games. And these Dodger hitters can be patient, but they can also be aggressive, and Freeman is one of them. He's hitting over 400 on the first pitch of at bats.
They come in very well prepared, and yeah, they're looking to do damage from get.
Strike one. 2-1.
They have the most home runs in the National League, 101. And as you were talking about, they have the 2nd most walks. So very well balanced lineup. The one thing that they don't do is they don't steal quite a bit.
Yeah, 30 stolen bases on the year. They've been caught 10 times.
He's 14th, 30 stolen bases, 14th in the NL. Do not run a lot.
Chopped into the dugout. 2-2. Match up Freeman that those 4 at-bats, 2 singles against the Rays right-hander. And we go upstairs. The count is full. And we have a beach ball loose at the base of the stands in left center field. So we'll take care of that. Chandler Simpson there with a very clean dunk.
Yeah.
Here we go with the 3-2. Runner takes off and the pitch is pulled foul. Moving Woodward, the first base coach, out of the way. So back to first goes Pages. Runner on the move, and this one is skied to the left side. Caminero hustling out, coming in from left. Valade, and he cannot catch that ball. And everybody's going to be safe. And, you know, those are the kinds of things that we have seen from time to time from this Rays team that is not typical of a Rays ball club.
No, and listen, this ball was up there an awful long time. Plenty of time for Valade to get there, but maybe he started to pull off because Junior was so deep.
Yep.
He's calling it, but then I'm sure that he catches Junior in his peripheral, and he starts to slink away from the baseball, ends up falling in. Just miscommunication, a misplay, and something that is very uncharacteristic of this organization. They've had their fair share of issues this year, but usually that's not the problem.
Yeah, and the Freeman gets credit for a hit there, a gift hit, because the ball in the air that long should be caught by somebody.
Yeah, I think that Valade got real tentative as he was closing in on that baseball and probably sensed Junior right up against him. And so he started to pull off a little bit, and that ball fell in between them.
Two on, one out, 1-1 to count. Mookie Betts in the batter's box. Now it's 1-2. Betts hitting just .205, but in his last 3 games, he is 6 of 13. Ground ball third. Caminero steps on the bag, and the throw to first. 5-3 on the double play, and Rasmussen gets out of that spot. We go to the second inning. Caminero leads off when we return.
Shop now at Amazon.com.
Now's the time to send your Tampa Bay Rays to the 26th MLB All-Star Game in Philly. Voting is open all June, and you can cast your ballot every single day. Vote Rays today at RaysBaseball.com/vote. Junior Caminero with a strike on him to open the second inning. This bites down and in, and he missed it. 2. Well, in the All-Star ballots, Junior Caminero with the lead, but keep up the voting pace.
Yeah, remember Kazuma Okamoto, he has a whole country behind him, so you're going to have to keep that pace up. So far, so good.
Well, the slider gets Caminero. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Robleski.
Yeah, so much for him not being a big strikeout guy. That's what the numbers tell you coming in, but boy, he has been sharp here in the early going. Really good with that fastball. Those were what the 2 strikeouts were in the first inning, and then an excellent slider right there to get Junior.
Now Ryan Valade. He's at .299 to open play tonight. And after that fastball, then he missed it. The hard stuff up. Valade hitting his 4th home run of the year in the first game of this series last night. He's down in the count now, 0-2.
Tell you what, he got into this one. Eric Lauer, that ball moving to the inner half of the plate, and he absolutely launched. Rays had a 3-0 lead going into the bottom of the second inning. Felt pretty good about things. And kind of came apart a little bit.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, they picked up those 2 in the first, another one in the second. And then the Dodgers tied it in the third and went on to win it 4-3. Shot to third, stopped by Muncy, and the throw is going to be wide and late. And Valade is aboard. Muncy had a little issue with that one. Hard hit, though.
Yeah. The thing, and you think he's going to have enough time to recover, but Ryan Valade runs a lot better than you think. When you see his overall size, a big guy, but boy, he can move.
So the Rays get their first base runner. And they're going to charge Muncy with an error. And Williamson at the plate. A ball, no strike count on him. 5th error of the year charged to Muncy.
Yeah, how about this, Dwayne? You look up Ryan Valade, the particulars, all of his analytics metrics. He is in the 85th percentile for sprint speed. That's some pretty heady company.
And I mean, it bears out what we think our eyes have shown us. 6-4-3 on the double play. Williamson grounds into 2, and the Rays are finished in the top of inning number 2.
Michelin, motion for life.
Well, you take a look at our four keys, and by any measure, Drew Rasmussen is great early. 68% first pitch strikes. The major league average is 61, so well above that. How about the 0.88 average on the first pitch of an at-bat? I mean, that's called quality strikes, and then the on-base percentage of just 176 leading off an inning. You keep that leadoff runner off base, and you set yourself up to have a pretty successful inning, and he has plenty of those.
Well, he's facing Max Muncy, the third baseman. A ball, no strikes, the count. And that's outside of first, 1-1.
How about that? Leads the team with 16 home runs. Only 28 driven in, so it's boomer bust for Muncy.
Rasmussen is ahead in the count. Rasmussen made 21 pitches in the first inning, and he has averaged under 15.5 pitches per inning this year. Well, he had him reaching there, and he sends a fly ball back into center. Simpson is there and makes the grab on that one.
Speaking about pitch counts and efficiency and all of those things, the last two starts for Drew that we've highlighted, he's averaged just over 13 pitches per inning. I mean, just very, very efficient. Again, it comes back to a repeatable delivery, excellent command to both sides of the plate. Well, this was the guy right here. The Tampa native was a thorn in the Rays' side last night.
Yeah, to play at high school, hit the 3-run home run. It's a ball inside. Well, Tucker has more at-bats than anybody else in his Dodger lineup against Rasmussen. With 11 official at-bats, he's 3 for 11 against him. Here's last night's home run.
Boy, he was able, look at how he just lengthens that swing and is strong enough and creates enough leverage to get it out, and that would tie the ball game. He'd throw out Jonathan Aranda at home plate later in the game, or actually it was in the top, it was at the top of the third. He threw him out, hits the 3-run homer, and then Miguel Rojas coming off the bench in the 7th.
Lifts it toward the line and left. That's going to drop for a base hit. Couple hops before Valade can get to it. And Tucker the other way has himself a base hit.
You talk an awful lot about his bat, but how about the defensive skills? We talked about this Dodger team, really good defensive. I mean, look at this strong throw, one hop, and in plenty of time. The Rays were looking to lengthen their lead, could not do it.
One on, one out for Ryan Ward. One for 2 last night. That was a double. Trying to catch up there and could not. 0-2. Bottom of the second inning, no score. And a nice block by Fortes.
You know, I think Drew Rasmussen, I think his delivery in and of itself creates some deception. You know, he's not herky-jerky. He's got a good power fastball, that cutter at times like a power slider. But look how smooth he is mechanically. There's nothing herky-jerky. Kind of lulls you to sleep before exploding towards home plate.
Foul ball on the four-seamer there.
Just watch how smooth. Very quiet, very quiet. And then when that front foot lands, boom, here it comes. Just so simple.
Yeah, and I think you're right on in that breakout. That's going to be a fair ball. Rippinger tried to get out of the way of that one, the first base umpire, and had a difficult time. So it's first and third as Ward comes up with a base hit.
Right, you know what? It costs Ward an extra base hit and maybe cost the Dodgers a run. That ball gets down into the corner or ricochets off the low wall and kicks out into right field. That ball, he was able to go down and get that. Impressive job by Ward. But there it hits Rippinger right off that right foot, the instep. And again, that cost an extra base hit to Ward and maybe a run.
Now Freeland. Under takes off and a bunt back to the mound. Throw back to second. Now runner's going to try to score, and he is out at the plate. Cortez put the tag on him. Williamson came out in front of the bag for the return throw to the plate.
Well, lest you think this was a set play, Drew Rasmussen was trying to cut down the lead run at second base, and Taylor Walls is well in front of the bag. He cannot make the play. There's the bunt, hard right back to Drew. He throws it to Taylor, and then Taylor is able to be the anti-cutoff man. And he's like, okay, thought you were going to be on the bag, but I'll take that out at home.
You're exactly right about that. And heads up by Walls, as it turns out. Taylor Walls a great play there too. And we still have a scoreless game.
Yeah, I mean, the first and third one-out bunt play, you can't bunt it back to the pitcher hard.
Yep.
That's the one time it will not work.
2-0 to Robinson.
That's a play that the Rays have been running for years with great success, but that one hard right back to Drew, and he's thinking double play.
Yep.
He's thinking Walls to Aranda, and we're out of this inning.
Ground ball up the middle, grabbed by Williamson, who steps on the bag for the force play, and out of that, the Dodgers get a big 0. No score through 2. Step up to the plate, celebrate backyard baseball at Tropicana Field coming up Sunday, June 21st. The Rays take on the Washington Nationals. Backyard baseball ticket package is available. Score a ticket to the game plus an exclusive Pablo Sanchez bobblehead. Visit RaysBaseball.com/backyard.
All the times that we have done that read, I really need to get my hands on a Pablo Sanchez bobblehead.
Okay.
I want that.
We can probably work that for you.
Yes.
Yep. Probably in the works right now. Chandler Simpson spins out of there. That's ball one. Third inning under the way in this scoreless game. Simpson, then Fortes and Walls. 1-1.
Need to get Chandler Simpson back on base regularly. Yeah, he hasn't stolen a bag in over a month. And that, I mean, such a weapon for this Rays offense, but he just hasn't been out there enough, and when he has, it has not gone well as far as the stolen base goes.
And getting on base has been the issue. He's 3 for 37 in his last 10 games, so you've got to get on base before you can steal a base.
How about that? Last stolen base was in Toronto, May 11th. It is June the 16th.
It's fouled back. You know, you're always concerned about a young player losing confidence in stretches like that, and he will come out of it and steal bases and wreak havoc on the bases again, but it's not easy to live through that.
And really all it's going to take is to get him back out there. Get him back out there, get that stolen base out of the way, and then all of a sudden that confidence starts to grow once again. And he becomes that guy that is very difficult to defend.
The chopper to second. And the toss to first in time. Simpson is the first out. Cortez will be up there.
Catcher number 40, Nick Cortez.
Well, we talked about the number of pitches in the first couple innings for Rasmussen. So far for Robleski, it's pretty much right on, and a little better. He's averaging a little over 14.5 pitches per inning. Oh, there's a nice pick by Muncy on a sharply hit ball off the bat of Fortes. So 2 gone. Robleski with 12 pitches in the first, 10 in the second, and 2 quick outs here.
Yeah, and he gets help. We talked about this Los Angeles Dodger team. They're tremendous defensively. And you're right, that ball was smoked by Fortes, and Muncy's just able to go down, get it to the glove side, and get it over to first in time. It's a nice play.
Taylor Walls with a foul ball back, strike 1. Foul. Well, the Rays on this swing to the West Coast, a 6-game trip. On the backside of this, they're going to be home a lot. They'll be home 17 of their next 21 when they get finished with this. So they'd like to come out of this with a couple wins and then go home for that great stretch and make up some ground. Up the middle, and there's a base hit into center. Taylor Walls with the line drive base hit.
Well, let's take a look at that line drive up the middle with our Orlando Health slow-mo replay. Off speed, right there, middle of the plate, and Taylor Walls just drills it. Catches that ball clean with the barrel, not fooled by the change of speed whatsoever. And a big base hit there to keep this inning going.
And against the top of the order, Yandy Diaz, who takes a curveball there for a strike.
Slow curve. It's about 20 miles an hour off of his average fastball.
Now 0-2. Well, Yandy had that on base streak, and that came to an end. Came into this game with a .314 average. And a wave and miss. He's out on 3 pitches. Beautiful night in Los Angeles. Late night with
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq.
Well, let's take a look at Shohei Ohtani, just the offensive side of things, the National League MVP in both 24 and 25. Look at the numbers. The average 310 and 282, but the home runs 54 and 55. 130 driven in, obviously, in 24 and 102 a season ago. The ultimate dual threat guy in Major League Baseball. In the world, actually.
One of a kind, to be sure. Ohtani takes the pitch down off speed. It's a strike.
Challenged it, and he may win this.
The previous pitch is a strike. The batter has challenged.
Started that two-seamer in off the plate, which he likes to do to these lefties, and it did not get back down.
Pitches the ball. The count is 2-0. LA retained.
Well, ABS powered by T-Mobile. The Dodgers come out on top there, so the count is 2-0. 2 balls and a strike with the foul ball back.
Not too good against Drew. 0 for 6, 5 of them punch-outs.
And we go to 2-2.
It's the second time he has swung and misses at that cutter that Drew is bringing in tight to him, just not recognizing it until it's too late.
On the ground to second. Williamson's tossed to first. And Ohtani is out number 1, 0 for 2 for the night. Andy Pages
Number 44.
on his way to the plate.
Andy Pajes.
Came up with a single his first time. Liner in the left. When cuts down and away, no chase. Pajes is the big RBI man in this Dodger lineup, starting the night with 56. And when you look across the board, his total bases also lead the team in that category. You think automatically, oh, that might be Ohtani. He's right on his heels, but high pop, foul, Aranda to the stands and makes the catch just up against the base of the stands there.
The ball caught Aranda. I think that he thought that maybe that ball was going to get into the stands and then realized, hey, that's coming down right on top of me. Our Orlando Health slow-mo replay, right there, he realizes, oh, man. And he's able to get the glove up in time. Yeah, Dwayne, to your point, you think of a lineup with Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, and Mookie Betts, and neither one of those three lead the team in homers or runs driven in.
Yeah.
It's Max Muncy, Andy Pajes. Is that who you would have had on your bingo card?
I don't think anyone would have if they're honest about it.
That's why you talk about how dangerous this lineup is.
A 1-1 for Freeman. Oh, what a great career he has had. I mean, you're looking at Hall of Fame numbers right there.
Yeah. I mean, the active leader in all those categories, pretty important ones. Hits, runs driven in.
Fly ball to left. He's going to send Valade back, but not near the track at all as he makes the catch. 1, 2, 3, they go. Scoreless onto the 4th.
iPhone 17 Pro on us.
For every hit this season, Suncoast Credit Union donates $79 to local nonprofits. Visit suncoast.com/raise for more information. Austin Slater, then Jonathan Aranda and Junior Caminero due up in the fourth against the left-hander Justin Robleski. And a base hit drilled through the hold. Slaughter jumping on the first pitch. And the Rays, for the first time tonight, have the leadoff man aboard in an inning.
Well, it elevates that slider, and it stays flat up. And Slater right there just buries it into that 5-6 hole. I hit that ball hard.
Now Jonathan Aranda. He takes the first pitch. 275 for the year. With 48 runs batted in. 2 more than Yandy. Did make contact there, a foul ball. It's 1-1. We'll put Aranda behind in the count. Little game of the series here in Los Angeles. One more game, a day game tomorrow. Runner goes, pitches a ball, and he's going to steal it.
Easy, easy. Got a great jump. Everything took a long time getting that ball to the plate, and then the windup by Chucky back there just took way too long. Hey boy, a little bit of a move there, and this is not even close. If it was a force play, he would have been sent.
Yep. So they're all over the bag. The tag was applied, and now Aranda out on strikes. Robleski comes back with a big strikeout after the steal by Slater.
He knows when to go. You see his career 52 out of 60.
Junior looks at strike one. One and one. Well, it's a ball, 2 strikeout. Ball shortstop. Slater still at second after the leadoff base hit. So 2 gone. Let's check in with Ryan.
Well, Dwayne, yesterday was Ryan Villade's first official game here at Dodger Stadium. He'd actually come here before as a 14-year-old. His family took a vacation out here to California, and his grandparents actually tried to book a ticket on a boat to Catalina Island. They couldn't get those tickets in time, so instead they said, you know what, let's go to a Dodger game to watch Clayton Kershaw pitch. They were from the same hometown. It happened to be a game against the Rays. That was the Rays' first ever trip here to Dodger Stadium in franchise history. Ryan remembers being down the right field line, getting an autograph from Fernando Rodney back then. Fast forward to last night, he hit a 2-run homer here at Dodger Stadium. The 40,000 fans here let him hear it, and he said that was sick. I've never loved being booed more in my life. Guys, think about that. 14-year-old Vilade getting an autograph from Fernando Rodney, and here he is now playing in Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, and that's a story only baseball can give you. Yeah. That's a great baseball story. Ground ball to third. Muncy up with it. And an accurate throw to first. Leadoff single and a man left on base. No score. Come celebrate your Dominican heritage at Tropicana Field Friday, June 26th, when the Rays take on the Diamondbacks. You can purchase a Dominican Heritage ticket package, including a seat to the game and a junior Caminero Dominican Heritage bobblehead. Visit RaysBaseball.com/Dominican Heritage. Mookie Betts leading off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Ball one. I'm going to give you a stat that you're not going to believe. But right now, Drew Rasmussen in this ball game. Yes.
This is his 13th hitter that he has faced. 2 first pitch strikes.
Boy, that's amazing.
2.
Yep.
We talked about it, coming in. He's at 68% for the year. The major league average is 61. But just 2 of his first 13 hitters, and he's kept them off the board.
Yeah, 2 base runners in the first. A double play helped. A couple base runners with 1 out in the second inning. He got out of that. That's strike 2. 2-2. Well, it also goes to his stick-to-itiveness, his competitiveness. And boy, he does that. And he strikes out Mookie Betts right there.
And that's what we're talking about, the way that he can manipulate that cutter. Because this cutter right here is a really good hard slider. Our Advent Health strike zone. I mean, look at that. Look at the depth on that pitch, the speed of that pitch. He keeps it out there on the outer part of the plate just till the very end and gets that half-hearted swing from Mookie Betts.
This is Max Muncy.
It kind of speaks to him using that cutter as a hard slider against the right-handed hitters a lot of the time. They are 3 for 30 entering tonight against that pitch. All 3 of the hits are singles.
A strike to Muncy. Muncy came into the game at 269. He's been hot over the last couple of weeks, up pushing 380 during that stretch. There's a chopper, first base, and Aranda is going to make the play unassisted. Strike out and a ground out. 2 up, 2 down. 6 in a row, retired by Rasmussen. And here is Kyle Tucker out of Plant High School. There's a pretty good list of them, starting with Wade, Pete Alonso up in Milwaukee, Jake Woodford, Caglione, Kansas City. It's a foul ball out of play. That's a fair ball. And the underhanded toss, Rasmussen to Aranda. 1, 2, 3 they go. On to inning 5, scoreless.
For daily gut support.
Well, let's take a look at our rooms to go AL East standings. And right now the Rays 2 games back of the Yankees. They win another one, a blowout of the White Sox today. They beat them 12-2.
Well, they've proven the White Sox can be beaten.
Well, I know.
How about that?
I know. The White Sox team that we saw at the beginning of the season is not the same White Sox team that you're seeing play now. Maybe tonight there was that White Sox team, but that was a good pitching matchup coming in. Garrett Cole against Davis Martin, and the Yankees jumped all over Martin early, took control of that game, and they have not skipped a beat since Aaron Judge has gone down. And got a little bit of a lead here on the Rays.
That's a line drive, but right at Mookie Betts. Williamson hit it on the button. 1 gone.
Number 14, Chandler Simpson.
And now Chandler Simpson. Simpson, ground ball out. He's shortened as if to bunt that pitch, and it's a strike. Chop to first. And right there, Freeman waits on Simpson to eventually arrive. Gets the tag. So 2 gone. Robleski has been very tight with his pitches. 12 in the first, 10 in the second, 15 in the third, 12 in the fourth. 2 outs with 5 pitches here in the 5th. And that first pitch is a strike into Fortes. So you talk about efficiency. You're looking at it right now. And the 25-year-old lefty, and another ground ball handled by the second baseman Freeland, and the Rays are up and down 1, 2, 3. in a scoreless game.
Our Liberty Mutual Insurance field coverage. How about this? Major league leaders since 2021, a minimum of 500 innings thrown. The ERA leaders and Shohei Ohtani right there leading the way. We will see him on the mound tomorrow. But how about Drew Rasmussen? Tucked in right behind him there at 2.78.
And he gets a swing and miss from Ryan Ward to open the bottom of the 5th inning.
Some big-time pitchers on that list right there. Zach Wheeler, Chris Sale, Max Fried. Some of the best in the game, obviously.
It's 1-1 to count. Well, just over 60 pitches as he works to the first hitter here in the 5th inning. He's averaged, as we mentioned earlier, a little under 15.5 per inning all year. And he gets the strikeout right there.
I mean, went upstairs for strike 2 and 3. Coming right after Ward with the fastball, 96-97. This is well above the zone. Can't lay off of it.
You know, such a nice and easy delivery, and then that pitch just explodes up there.
Yeah, I'm telling you that's where I think that there is some deception by Drew, just based off how quiet his delivery is. You know, you see some guys are really herky-jerky and they get a hitter all riled up.
Yep.
Drew kind of lulls you to sleep. He's very still. He's very quiet on the leg kick, and then when that front foot hits the ground, like we said, that hand out in front just explodes, and that ball jumps at home plate.
That's a foul ball headed for the stands. 0-2 on Alex Freeland. He is the second baseman. And 3 pitches takes care of Freeland.
Same thing. Same thing. Take that 97-mile-an-hour fastball. This one is just on the inner half of the plate, above the zone.
Number 52.
Looks so enticing, and there's nothing you can really do about it.
Well, the Dodgers had a couple chances in the first couple innings, and Rasmussen managed to get out of it. Since then, he Just settled in. Chucky Robinson. Strike one.
It's a throwback. It's a throwback name.
Yes, it
Chucky
is.
Robinson. He's got no batting gloves. Just up there ready to rip.
One ball, one strike. Danville, Illinois.
Southern Miss.
Yep.
That was part of our spring trip, my junior year of college. We went Southern Miss out to Tucson to play University of Arizona.
Spring trip, so it's fun for northern schools.
Are you kidding? I mean, it's the greatest.
Upstairs now, 2-2. Just a little of that. Count holding at 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's foul. Right back. Didn't quite make the upper deck, but came close. And that is strike 3. You could see the entire infield start to move as he strikes out the side. He got Ward swinging. Freeland out swinging, and Chucky Robinson looking.
Well for less at Whole Foods Market.
Well, Drew Rasmussen in the Rays dugout, striking out the side in the 5th inning. He's gone to 73 pitches now after a 21-pitch first inning and a 17-pitch second. He has settled in, and that line continues to be impressive outing after outing.
Those 4 hits came in the first 2 innings.
Yep.
And he has really settled in since then. No runs, no walks, 5 strikeouts, 14 swings and misses so far through the first 5. And he's had to be that good because guess what? The guy on the other end, Justin Robleski, matching him pitch for pitch.
Yep. Through 5, the Rays no runs on a couple hits. Taylor Walls to lead off here in inning 6. It's a ball. Walls singled his first time. 2-0. Ray's not seeing much at all of the 25-year-old lefty coming in. Filleted as much as anybody, 1 for 5. There's a high fly ball into center. And that is going to be caught. Andy Pages out there to make the grab. Center fielder out of Havana.
Designated hitter, Yandy Diaz.
And 1 gone. Here's the top of the order, Yandy Diaz. Yandy started the night at .314, second in the American League. Looking for his first hit of the night. He takes a strike. That on-base streak ended in 27 consecutive games. And there is a base hit. He's on base this time. A 1-out single in the left.
Well, start another streak.
Right fielder,
Had the 27-game on base streak snap last night, but that right there, he gets a breaking ball down below the zone, and those are the pitches, those breaking balls, and off speed is where he gets the barrel through the zone and starts to pull the ball. And he smoked that one into the hole in left right there. You can see up the middle the other way. We talk about it all the time.
Austin Slater singled his last time, taking the fastball at 94 for a ball. 94 is about where he normally sets, but we saw him early in the game 2 or 3 notches above that. There's action in the Dodgers bullpen, by the way. Slater fouls this one. Will Klein. And a hot shot to third. Muncy makes the grab and look toward first, getting back in over there. Yandy. Slater hit that ball very hard, that low liner, but Muncy was there to grab it.
That's another nice play by Muncy, and the fact that that ball was hit so hard, it didn't allow Yandy Diaz to get that far off the bag, so there was no play back behind him. He didn't have time to get off. And nice job by Muncy to follow that down and glove it.
Fastball wide to Aranda. A foul ball to take the count to 1-1. Aranda came into the game 6 of 16 on this road trip. 2 strikeouts tonight, however. And a little bouncing ball, backhanded, and a glove flip to Betts. Freeland to Betts. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ohtani will lead off for Los Angeles. On to the bottom half of inning 6. Shohei Ohtani stepping in for the 3rd time tonight. Drew Rasmussen back out there on the mound, and the first pitch is swung on and a fly ball to deep center. Simpson's going to run out of room, and that one is gone. On the first pitch, Ohtani hits his 15th home run of the year, lifting that one out to dead center. 1-0 LA.
The pitch that had given Ohtani trouble was that cutter that he uses as a slider. This one catches too much plate, and boy, look at the weight transfer, the power transfer, and that leverage swing of Ohtani. Just lift that ball with ease out there to straightaway center field. I mean, not a stride at all. A weight transfer, and then he catches that ball clean.
First run of the game comes here in the 6th. One and one on Pages. Well, Ohtani had gone 0 for 7 with 5 strikeouts against Rasmussen before the home run. Ground ball grabbed nicely by Walls in the throw. It's a good play right there by Taylor Walls. So Ohtani 0 for 7. 5 strikeouts before the home run against Drew Rasmussen.
And it was almost like he was waiting. He's like, you know what? My first 2 at-bats, he's gotten me to swing and miss at that cutter, or that, use it more as a slider to Shohei. But he got me to swing and miss at that pitch a couple of times in my first 2 ABs. I'm just going to go up there and sit on it because I'm going to see it again.
Yep.
And he didn't get the crispest cutter, and he's able to barrel it. I mean, that's just what the great ones do.
Finding Freeman with a 1-0 count.
And I'll tell you what, I think if that's a first pitch fastball strike, I think he takes it.
Yep.
I think he was just going to sit and wait for that particular pitch.
Yeah, I think you make a good case.
I mean, it can't hurt, right? He's had no success off of him.
Yep.
So the pitch that is giving me the most trouble, I'm going to sit on it. And if he leaves one in the zone,
that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
And a strike called. 2-2. Well, it's 395 to dead center. And then there's the ball right there, up there on the screening.
Such a tease.
Yes.
You know how many people, for any kind of a home run ball, but an Ohtani home run ball in Los Angeles?
Yeah. That's a base hit. Looped over the infield, picked up in left center by Simpson. Freeman has his second hit. So 1 on, 1 out in a 1-0 game. Mookie Betts will be the hitter. The Rays hold the conference on the hill. Kyle Snyder out there. Let's go back to Ohtani.
He gets that cutter and just lambaste it. I mean, just has a good look at it. Drew knew what the result was. Ohtani knew what the result was. He's done it too many times. Look at that, up on his tiptoe and then plant that front leg and lift.
You know, and if you think you see him do that kind of thing a lot, you do. He hits over 400 on the first pitch. He came into this game hitting .412 on the first pitch.
And what about, we talked about Drew coming in. He doesn't give up anything on the first pitch because the quality strikes. Longest home runs here at Dodger Stadium is all over that list.
That's a line drive to short, caught by Taylor Walls, and Betts is out of there. So the conference, here's what you do. You get him to hit a solid line drive, but right at Walls, and that's the second out.
Done. One pitch, one out.
Yep. Well, the runner's still at first with 2 gone. Max Muncy will be the hitter. That's a strike. To the left side, down to second. Caminero to Williamson. A run on the home run. First pitch of the bottom of the 6th. Ohtani makes it 1-0. Rays TV brought to you by Advent Health. You are our priority in a medical emergency. Advent Health by Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. And by Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. Junior Caminero leads off. Will Klein, big right-hander, out there on the mound now. 6 innings for Robleski. And a strike in there. 1-1.
Four-seam fastball that averages 98. He's got the sweeper, the curveball, the slider. He's got all the breaking balls coming after that heater.
2 balls and a strike. Rays looking for some offense. That's close.
Out of there. You've gotten the starter that's giving you a hard time, and you get into that.
And the Rays put the leadoff man on base for the 2nd time in tonight's game. Slater opened the 4th with a single, and now Caminero opening the 7th with a walk.
That's exactly how you get into trouble. Later in games, no margin for error is to come out and walk the leadoff hitter.
Take a look at their bullpen month by month. June has not been kind.
No. June swoon. It's been a theme. Now going to challenge that, and he's probably going to win it. 97-mile-an-hour fastball.
The previous pitch is a strike. The batter has challenged.
It looked to be off the plate.
And
The pitch is the ball.
the
Tampa Bay
Rays
retains.
prevail there. Ball 2, 2-0. Well, Valade getting the start in left field tonight, and he's had some good things going.
How about that? Driving in 8 runs in the 9 games, a couple of home runs, average 355. He has been such a bright spot in this Rays lineup in this first half of the season.
Well, there is an opportunity for him, and he is taking advantage of it. Two and two. Valade facing the 26-year-old right-hander out of Eastern Illinois University. Three and two. Williamson on deck. Runner on the move, and the pitch is popped up foul.
Get back.
Going to be caught by Freeman. And Klein went over to cover first just in case. And Caminero got back in time.
And how about that? The trust in Valade, and obviously he popped out, but to put the ball in play, you're sending Junior, not known as a burner,
Yep.
trying to make something happen.
Seventh inning brought to you by Hyundai. Ben Williamson. Ground ball second. Freeland to Betts, and Betts to first, out there. 4-6-3. And just that quickly, the Rays are out in the top of the 7th. Nobody left. And it's 1-0 LA. Range TV brought to you by Orlando Health. We make it personal. And by Suncoast Credit Union. Score fee-free checking with more perks to save big. Open your account at suncoast.com. In Los Angeles, the Rays and the Dodgers move into the bottom of the 7th inning. Drew Rasmussen back to the mound. 86 pitches for him so far tonight. that first pitch, breaking ball, pretty close right there. And the Rays
Previous
are going
pitch
to
is a
challenge.
ball. The catcher has challenged. Pitch is a strike.
And it's a
Tampa Bay
strike.
retains.
So the Rays retain their challenge and get a strike out of that. And right there, back with 96 for strike 2.
I'll tell you, he does such a good job of commanding that two-seamer. Yeah, he does not have that pitch in harm's way very often. He front doors it to the lefties. If he throws it to a righty, he's going to run it in on their hands. So it's never usually out over the plate. And so that's why he has a lot of success with it. It's either taken for a ball or he's going to get a really good result out of it. And there you go. Lefties are 1 for 19 on two-seam fastballs, and those are the front door. Those are the ones that he throws, starts it off the. One of them ran to the middle, and they got a hit off of it. 1 for 19. You take it all day.
Dodgers have some action. Kyle Hurt. Ground ball to second. And that's handled by Williamson. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And let's check in with Ryan Bass once again.
Well, Dwayne had a chance to check in with one of the architects of the Rays' rise to prominence back in 2008 and beyond. And, of course, that was Andrew Friedman, who took over here in L.A. in 2014. But he says his predecessor has done it even better in Tampa Bay. Eric Neander, of course, the Rays' president of baseball operations, was hired by Friedman as an intern during his time in Tampa Bay, worked under Friedman until he left for L.A. More than a decade later, the two remain close friends. So does the admiration. In fact, Friedman joked that Neander is making me look bad because he says he's taken what we did and enhanced it in every way. When I asked what makes Eric so effective, he pointed to the person. He said he's a top-shelf human. His ability to connect with players, staff, and people is incredible. I think he's the best in the game. Dwayne B.A., considering the source, that is as strong as an endorsement as you will find anywhere in baseball.
Without any question, that is an unbelievable, well, a believable, but a wonderful endorsement any way you look at it.
I mean, from someone who has been there, done that at the highest of levels with no payroll, with unlimited payroll, it feels like. Just continues to make smart decisions. And obviously, like Ryan just reported, he gave him his start how long ago? As an intern. And climbed the ladder.
Swing and miss right there. Got him with the four-seamer up. Out on strikes for the second time tonight.
Same idea. Just keep climbing the ladder. He couldn't lay off it in his last at-bat. He goes up even higher there. That was noticeably higher, and on the inner part of the plate, right across the letters. No, I'm sorry, right across the neck. He got him with that heater.
And the first pitch to Friedland. He takes for a ball.
He's able to close out this 7th inning. That will be now at least 7 innings pitched by Drew in 4 of his last 5 starts.
That's going to be a strike, and the count is 1-1. Well, his high pitch count number is 100. That was in Toronto back in May, on the 11th of May. He was at 98. This will be 99 right here. 2 balls and a strike.
No, that's the thing. In today's game, if you want to be a workhorse, if you want to pitch deep into games, you've got to be efficient. And no one does it as well as Drew does. Or not many, I should say.
That's a strike, 2-2.
There's that two-seamer once again. Started off the plate, run it back to that inside corner. I mean, what are you going to do with that pitch?
With the ability to pick at the strike zone the way he can.
It goes back to repeatable delivery. Very simple mechanically. I mean, up, down, through home plate, and that allows him to command the ball like he does.
2-2, fouled straight back and out of play into the upper deck. And a cut and miss. He gets him on strikes. So 2 strikeouts in the inning. We are through 7. A peek at Santa Monica there. Late night with the Rays.
Apple 5G home internet delivered the same day, powered by DoorDash.
Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. So the Rays need to get some runs here. Drew Rasmussen, look at his last 3 starts, including this one. In this one, he is over 100 pitches, 7-7-7.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about 29 strikeouts in 21 innings, 1 run. You walk anybody tonight? No walks. So that's 1 walk, 29 punch-outs in his last 21 innings, 3 starts.
The pitch called the ball and challenge.
The pitch is a strike.
And it's into this game, and take a look at that one. First pitch turned out to be a strike, and here is pitch number 2, and that's a strike as well. 0-2. There's the breakout pretty much. 4-seam fastball and the changeup. Chopper over the mound by the bag at second. And that call at first going to be out. Simpson racing down that line on that chopper is out 6-3.
And anytime he chops the ball into the ground, you are hopeful. But you've got an unbelievable athlete on the other side that made a great play for the Dodgers. Betts cutting across and gets rid of it in a hurry, just ahead of Simpson.
Nick Fortes. Strike 1. He has grounded out twice. Fortes not happy there. popped up. Freeland out there from second base, a few steps into the outfield. So 2 outs. Make your favorite players all-stars. Scan the QR code to cast your 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star ballot daily, or visit MLB.com/vote. Taylor Walls. Strike one. Well, Kyle Hurt out of USC. A couple of lefties out there. Booser and Clevenger. That's a strike. Play, still 2 strikes. Dreyer busy, another left-hander. And that is strike 3 call. Taylor Walls caught looking on that pitch in. Bottom of the 8th coming.
Well, Drew Rasmussen's evening is over. 7 innings of 1-run baseball. Didn't walk anybody. Struck out 7. Did all of that on 102 pitches. And again, another very efficient, good outing for Drew Rasmussen. Unfortunately, the offense has not scored yet. But let's go back to Drew and wrap it up. How about a StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud? All of his swings and misses. He had 17 of them. 8 of them coming on the 4-seamer. You see a lot of them at the top of the zone and then off the plate in, off the plate away. The cutter, the changeup, the sweeper. Second most swings and misses here this season. Another outstanding outing, but again, he'll need some help in the top of the 9th from his O.
Well, the Braves have to hold him here. First pitch here, and that high popper off the bat of Robinson, the catcher, caught by Nick Fortes. And there is the first out. Cam Boozer in relief of Rasmussen.
Now, he's done a job for the Rays this season. In his 6 innings, given up just 3 hits. Most importantly, he has kept the opposition off the board.
And he faces Ohtani. Left against left, and there's a strike. Ohtani hit the home run in the 6th. Well, you look at what Drew Rasmussen has done in his recent outings. I mean, you'd think it would be impossible to lose a game. With the kind of pitching line he's put together.
He's given up 1 earned run in his last 21 innings, his last 3 starts.
Well, here's the one mistake he made tonight.
An .088 batting average against on the first pitch coming into play tonight, and a first pitch cutter right there that Ohtani was able to rip through the middle of the field and drop it into the screening out there in center. He had swung and missed at that pitch a couple of other times during the course of his night. Swung and missed at that one right there too. How about that? He's like, what did I just do?
Yeah, he's going to try to forget that one. You know, it's amazing. You're talking about the numbers for Rasmussen. 21 innings pitched, 29 strikeouts, and 1 walk.
Yeah.
That alone. Boy, you can see Ohtani's trying, get off me, get away from me. And look at this.
He's got a pretty nasty breaking ball up and in.
Yeah. Foul ball there by Pages. Strike 1. Fly ball the other way into right. That's caught by Slater. The Rays have 1 shot left. Down 1-0, and it will start with the top of the lineup.
Michelin, motion for life.
Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. Well, tomorrow, another great matchup. Shane McClanahan against Shohei Ohtani. And that will be a 3:10 first pitch. That's back home. So a noon, basically a noon start tomorrow.
Quick turnaround, D-Wayne.
Yes, it is. Well, Tanner Scott's the new pitcher. Yandy Diaz down 1 strike. And now quickly behind 0-2.
Keeps it pretty simple. Almost half and half. A fastball that averages 97 miles an hour, a nasty slider to go along with it.
This one is ricocheted off the front of the LA dugout. Slater next, then Aranda. One and two. Alex Call is in left field now, defensively for Los Angeles. But he hangs in there with that foul ball back. A 31-year-old left-hander out of Warren, Ohio. Tanner Scott. And that is strike 3. Second time Yandy's gone out on strikes in this game.
Well, he went back to the slider. And the fastball up, then the slider down. You see Yandy trying to hold off and just got that bat started a little too soon and couldn't. Well, he did a masterful job, Scott did, in that at-bat of moving those 2 pitches around the zone and finally taking advantage and getting Yandy a tough hitter.
Well, Slater shortens on the bat, takes ball 1. Right back. Well, the Rays were shut out by the Angels. And that was on Saturday. Shut out on 5 hits. 4th time this year they've been shut out, and they have not scored a run tonight. And we're 1 out and a 1-2 count on the next hitter in the 9th inning, with Aranda due next. Rays have dropped shutouts to the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Tigers, the Angels, and trying to prevent it tonight against the Dodgers. And Slater out right there. Well, he got the first strikeout when he got Yandy. Slater guessing wrong there.
He did, and he's got 2 pitches, so obviously you're kind of sitting on that slider perhaps, because he was plenty tardy on the fastball, and the Rays down to their last shot with Aranda.
Jonathan Aranda 0 for 3 tonight, a couple strikeouts, and he dumps a fly ball into center. That's got some hang time, and Pages runs under it to end this game. 3 up, 3 down go the Rays in the 9th inning, and they suffered the shutout at the hands of the Los Angeles Dodgers tonight. Time of the game 1 hour and 52 minutes, and the only run of the game supplied by Shohei Ohtani, who hit his 15th home run of the year to lead off the 6th.
Well, hey, let's go back to that fateful 6th inning and our Advent Health play of the game. The first pitch to Shohei Ohtani, the cutter that had given him some trouble in his first 2 ABs, not so much there. He got it out to straightaway center field, and little did you know that that would be it for the ball game. An hour and 52-minute 1-0 game. And oh, by the way, Shohei Ohtani will be taking the mound tomorrow for the Los Angeles Dodgers, winning the game tonight offensively, and the starting pitcher for tomorrow's nooner.
So the Rays now stand at 41-29. For Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats, we'll all be back along with Ryan Bass coming up on the postgame.